solve those problems for you, and then some way to get back to you to let you know that these issues were addressed and the people involved were talked to about anything. And I'm going to hand it over to Jeremy for a second if I can pull it.
Alright, big scary mic in my face. How's everyone doing? Alright, so to address some issues we had on Friday night, we had a couple of guys that got a little overzealous in their drinking. They did have to go to the hospital. They both turned out just fine. One of them actually did end up returning to the con the next day and enjoyed the rest of the con just fine. So when you guys are out there, please watch out for each other and let security know just like what happened, and we can get people taken care of and they're all safe. The other issue we had is we had a gentleman that was drinking both nights and got a little over-friendly with some people. We took the steps needed to take care of that issue, which is why you actually saw police cars out there. But we revoked his badge. He was, after he got sober and came back and talked to us, he was perfectly understanding what happened and understood why he was no longer allowed at the con. We took care of these issues because we want this to be the best experience for you all. And you don't need to be in that environment. We care about your personal experience at this con and having the most fun possible. We did have some complaints on our security staff, and that's why we asked if you can come up. My personal opinion is we are here to make your con experience better, not to go, you can't do that. Okay? So, if we can address it, we will fix it, and your con experience should be 10 times better next year, I hope. Alright?
Now we'll stop the serious stuff.
Yay!
Sirs business. Sirs.
Okay.
I'm in sirs.
That was serious. So that said, are there any other comments or questions or concerns? Justin?
He's over here.
You're spreading.
Justin, if you behave, I have more cookies. I don't have
You know, I recognize you more as What's AFC than by your real name. Alright, was that it? Or was there... Yes, you can go. Project.
Okay. We are writing this down. We are a first year con, and we want to make next year even better than the first. So we want to take in your guys' advice to make this convention better for next year. Should I take another question? Oh yeah. This is hard. We're trying. Yes, you in the pink shirt, pink and white. What? Yeah.
That said, I think that a headless lounge with a built-in bathroom and mirror is one of the best ideas that I've ever seen.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad.
We also make sure to provide for you Febreze.
Yes.
You know what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do the guy with the red shirt back there, and then we'll go to you.
Can't hear you. Yeah, I know what you want.
I was gonna say the thing.
Sure. I don't know. I can't hear.
We're turning the fan off in the headless lounge over here because I'm hearing. Oh, okay.
Oh, about the dance. Okay. Yes.
So you said you had an issue about the music and the headless lounge. The music. I am the rave coordinator of AFC, and this is my first year here, and I agree with you. Yes. That's why I actually had a whole wide range of DJs throughout the entire night playing different types of music to at least satisfy a different person's needs. I played upbeat going down towards maybe lower beat type of music so you guys can dance to it. I want to have a whole wide range of music so that it would pretty much fit everybody's wants and needs. I apologize, I did have a DJ to play slower music, but he kind of had issues.
Had some mechanical issues, so we weren't able to have that.
Really that bad? The music was great, alright? There were some good songs out there.
Awesome.
I didn't like the music. I'm not saying it was bad or nothing. But you gotta have some mixture between electronic and some other stuff. You know, some stuff that we know, because there was some good remixes, but I didn't know any of them. And every time I went to the rave, it was mostly electronic and not a variety of some sort. And it did get too loud where I didn't listen to all the music. But when I went in, it was mostly electronic, which I do love. But there needs to be a little bit more of a variety.
And I understand that, and that's why if you can, for next year, suggest DJs towards me. I would love to bring them out, and especially furry DJs, if you guys know them, send them towards me. I would love to bring them out for next year.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
So what we'll do with that is we will open a rave section on the AFC forums on the website so that you can specifically go there and give more feedback and perhaps even some song lists, some requests in advance. And that way it gives them enough time. No. And that way it gives them enough time to actually compile a list of maybe some of your favorite songs. And perhaps we can even make kind of a playlist by night and by hour and stuff, so you guys actually know in advance when, like, what hour and what day your song will potentially get played. That might be something we could do. I mean, we got a year, so you know. So we really want to make this like as good as we can. Any other? Yeah, black cowboy hat.
So, moving on. There was a distinct problem, that I noticed throughout the con. It's a very simple problem, very easily fixed. There's not enough signs to tell where where certain panels are and stuff like that. So when I'm walking around, where is stuff? And upstairs on the second floor where we had some stuff as well, there were no directions or signs, so I would constantly get lost.
Yeah, we had the okay originally from the hotel to do the printed signs and have the painter's tape, to the wall. And we did have some up, and then they just decided halfway through that.
First day.
Yeah, first day, because they had some other attendees also that I guess that was just confusing them. I don't know. But it was kind of what I was calling that, and we had to comply. So those signs did get removed. So we're going to make sure that we print more stand-up signs in the future to try and combat that one in case that should happen again. So I do have a note down on here, and that was something that I definitely on the first day was like, oh.
Where am I going?
No, you know what? You're not the only one that had that problem. I can't even tell you how many times I tried to get to my room, and I'm like, oh, boss. And they're like on the radio, hey, Trick, we need you. I'm like, I'm not going to find my way back downstairs.
Where's the Pikachu?
love that. That's really easy. Okay. Guy in the back that had your hand up. Thank you. Yeah.
I want to agree 100% with him. The con security, they did not act like con cops, they acted like con helpers. And that was a very refreshing to see it. On top of that, I also want to say how impressed I was with everyone on staff. I think in this entire weekend, there was only one time that I needed help and turned around and no one was there. All the other times, I don't know who planned this or if it was even planned. It's like there was someone at every corner. The help booth was so central to everything, and there was someone always there. It was the most well organized staff ever.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to us. I mean, again, we're kind of timid coming into it, and I'm sure many of you know that a good portion of our staff come from the anime community. But just as good a portion of our staff are furries. And what really happened was there are a lot of anime cons in Arizona. I mean, you know, they're like every other month. And, I have one in 3 weeks. 4 weeks, really?
No, it's 3.
It's 3 weeks.
It's 3.5 now.
I'll look at the calendar. I can't even keep track now. But what happened was, you know, we're like, hey, we really want to make a furry con because we're furries too, and we want to have a really good fur con here in Arizona. We need help. Well, guess who came to help us? The anime cons. They supported us 150%. We had several anime convention directors out here this weekend helping us. The lights, the truss, the stuff, it belongs to Greg Fennell with Saboton Con, Detroit Matt Solberg with Phoenix Comic Con let us come out with our AFC horses and do all those promotions. We pulled horse carts for 3 days in May or June. You know, round the clock. We had, I think, 6 horse fursuiters, 6 of these guys with full carts, pulling people, giving them rides around the block with drop banners. It's an Arizona Fur Con. This is when we are. Come out and see us. You know, we're furries. We're not something.
Last year.
Nah. we're furries. We're not something to be afraid of. We just want to share our love and our experience and our joy of our fandom just as much as you guys like your fandom. And, you know, we want to be accepted, and we want to also accept you, because I know a lot of them are also furries. So, and I see a lot of familiar faces here. So I'm really excited about this, and, you know, we had a lot of cosplayers out this weekend that also tried their hand at competing as furries, and they have new personas, and they're, like, all ecstatic. I mean, it was really cool to watch. So, thank you guys for coming out. Yeah. Yeah, I want to take some more questions and things too. And microphone's going away.
Yes. I ran around. He's probably saw me run around, really busy. I want to give something to a couple of people. I don't see one of them yet. But I'm going to do this now. Hold on. These are the Arizona Fur Con t-shirts for this year. All right. I went around to the staff and the guests and had them all signed. And I want to give this one to our chair, Danielle. We had some of our guests draw pictures on them, and then you have some awesome messages on the back from our staff, which you should keep to yourself. The other one that he's not here because he's probably enjoying his time away from the registration room is Tony. He was there. Where is he? Tony, come here! We got one for you,
Oh,
this
that
time
way.
he's on our website. He has done our registration and he's done our tabletop. And he has been working non-stop to try to get everything going for us. So here's your shirt.
We love you, Tony!
And then I have one more. And each one has a little different message and notes from several people. This one's for a person who has been helping us like crazy mad, has been supporting us all the way, more than any of you will ever know. And I want to give this to Zeta. Okay, he's good. All right, so now we'll get back to... Go give hug. Alright, so we'll let you get back now to anything you like or any concerns you have. Any events like the masquerade, the dance contest.
Can't touch it.
The disadvantage to touch
Ceremonies
screens.
ever.
Yes.
I just want to say I'm really glad that this event sort of happened because back, I think it was in 2011, zoning law was supposed to happen. And I was actually I was really hoping that this would actually happen like it did. And I was just really hoping that you wouldn't have like another zoning con thing where it doesn't happen. Like organization doesn't happen.
Yeah, there was another small rumor that went around very briefly, and that was that our so get right over insert point. No,
Try turning
loading,
it off.
buffering. Okay.
Hey, that's me.
So, I heard a few things about, like, that we might not be back next year or something because of financial issues or whatever. I mean, we've had a lot of super sponsors and backers and everything like that, and we've had a huge attendance, and as you can tell, we need a bigger hotel. So, we are not going to be back at this hotel. We are going to be moving hotels because, well, we've already outgrown this one. I want to assure you that we will, in fact, be back. We did have a few very minor hiccups with the contract for this hotel that did end up costing us a little bit more than we anticipated in our original budget. So we do need to reassess our budget for next year and try to figure out if we can have it at the same capacity or where exactly we can go so that we can expand, because obviously we need to be able to expand so that we can fit everybody in safely. I mean, the masquerade, we managed to get everybody back there. We managed. I want to make it bigger. So, as a fursuiter myself and as a performing fursuiter myself, I understand all those issues very well. Yes?
Speaking of attendance, what are the numbers? Or how many attendants and how many fursuiters in the parade?
We had 114 fursuiters in our parade. Yep. Minus two. There were a couple fursuiters who just didn't get in there. Yes? Well, we had been been so busy, and poor Tony, who's my registration, has been so incredibly busy running everything else, hasn't been able to do an exact count. We will release that online, but I can tell you we are very well over 400 people. Yeah.
For our first shooter parade, our parade was so long that the last people in line, I was the last one in line in the Husky with the lasso. So I was not out the door, and people were already making their way back in. So we had a continuous line of furry coming out of this room and back into it with so many people. So it was amazing.
And also, we did not have a single incident with any of the fursuiters overheating whatsoever. In Arizona! Yes! But, okay, other questions? I see a hand.
Yes, Ian. So, as far as I know, in my experience, every furry convention has been a non-profit, and I don't remember seeing anything like, oh, we're donating to this wolf fund or whatever. So I'm just curious, is there a charity that's been set up for this con, and if so, what is it?
Well, being the first year, we are currently the charity.
Okay.
No, actually, to be honest about that, it was we intended to have a charity, and we had a couple of them in mind, and we were so busy with everything because of the fact that we help staff the anime cons and the comic cons around here. A lot of people were expecting us to operate on like a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th year level. So even though we're a first year con, we had these really high expectations from certain places, and then, you know, normal expectations of a first year con from others. So we were really trying to make sure that we could operate on the same level to a certain degree, and keep meeting our own standards that we meet every other weekend at the anime cons for you guys. So every other week. Gotta go back into work tomorrow, planning the next one. So that was kind of the reason we really intended to have a charity. We are a for-profit convention. However, we do have charities in mind. We certainly will be trying to have a charity next year. Like I said, we have to reassess our own budget and make sure we can operate on the same level that we are currently. I don't really want to say anything else other than we'll be back.
Are you the first for-profit convention in furry history?
I think we might be, but I don't know for sure, so I wouldn't say to quote me on that. No, I think Anthropon is actually a non-profit, but I don't know. Cricket. The reason why we went for-profit is we're not exactly intending to make money and like profit off of you guys, but it's a lot easier in the tax license department. A lot easier. Yay, paperwork. So, and because the other conventions that we operate with are for-profit, it's just a lot easier for us. So that way the paperwork's done, out of the way, you know, all that money goes back. It's still getting put back into the convention. Every year we upgrade our equipment. Before this convention, we went out and upgraded all of our cords. And we're, you know, these cords are $110 a piece. Just to give you even remote idea, we've got dance lights, you know, $450 a piece. So when you start adding up everything, and we're constantly upgrading, constantly making it better, and it gets up there. So that's why. Yeah, the first one, the red scarf. Hi.
How can we help you for the next convention?
Volunteer, please.
She did.
Yay!
Actually,
Do it again.
the other thing was, would you guys be interested in helping us with a Kickstarter?
Yeah.
So much more fun! Looks like they don't like me. Okay, so we're considering putting up a Kickstarter to help us with reassessing the budget. and also making sure that we can get a cool charity out and all that kind of stuff. Yes.
On behalf of the artists and the vendors, I want to say congratulations on a great turnout. It was a wonderful fun, and we really want to be a part of it next year.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of great things from my vendors, so that makes me really happy because they're really happy. And when vendors are really happy, the convention chairman is really, really happy. Yes.
Will you guys be holding more events like you did the picnic throughout the year?
Yep. That's what I get to go plan tomorrow. Yeah, like the December Furfest version 2.0, and hopefully without rain. But I'm getting pretty convinced that Cocopelli is doing a rain dance. So I think I'm gonna name him Rainy.
After Furfest, they said, it'll be dry, they said.
Alright. Any other questions? I mean, I want to go over our guests and all that stuff too, but I want to try and get some other questions out of the way first. Yeah!
Can we get the Headless Lounge closer to everything next time?
Make the Headless Lounge closer? Yes, we will certainly be looking into that. I know we got this one too, but wherever we go, I want to try and make sure that the Headless Lounges are at least not any further apart than they currently are. So, yeah, we'll work on that. Yes, scarf person again.
Well, one issue I had was I wasn't able to get a room myself, and I live all the way in Mesa. So if I wanted to say go to the Headless Lounge, take off my suit, I have nowhere to put it, and the Arizona sun is not a great place to put it in my car. You know what I mean? Is there any possible way you could possibly get like a place where we could store our suits so that maybe we could walk around, take a breather outside of the Headless Lounge? A suit check.
Like a suit check or a locker type thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Right.
Like,
No, I understand. There's a liability with us taking your suit or your items and just like putting it in con operations or something like that, because if it's not in a locker and you don't have the key, I mean, I can tell you that I trust my staff with my life, but if you said, oh, something's missing, ouch. So we'll look into it. I can't make any promises on it, but we'll try and look into it. And I'm going to write that down, okay? Next.
You can take questions.
Hi,
Work.
I'm working. Yes. Oh, I'm trying this whole convention.
All right.
Yes.
So I was in favor of 2 sessions to make really more time for to really get anywhere.
Mhm.
So we basically got through a short session of it, but for instance, last night with the D&D one, we got out to the first battle zone, and we didn't actually get to kill one character. We didn't actually get to do it in combat. It was a hack and slash, so that really needs more time.
For the late night panels, like that one, I think I was the one that came up there to turn that room in. I play in D&D myself, so I know that you can be like, this is only going to take an hour. The sun rises. I know that between me and my other security, we tried our hardest to let you guys stay late. I know we moved some of the Pokemon XY stuff and let them stay in the rooms as late as they could. But at a certain time, we are required to close those rooms. So I have no problem with maybe trying to find, kind of like how we have the AZHP gaming lounge that's open all day long, to maybe have something set up for the tabletop games, because I know that those take forever. And see if we can have like a 24 or like a 12-hour gaming lounge where you guys can really sit there and look, check for traps in every single door. And is there?
That'd be great, because I really want to kill more stuff.
Yeah. That's always fun. I mean, like I said, I do play those games, so I know that it sucks when you're like, I have to go to work in the morning, and it's like, well, now we have to all stop. So yeah, we'll definitely bring that into account, because those are something that requires a lot more than 2 or 3 hours to complete. So thank you for letting us know.
Well, for the first, when you put in the day, only ran an hour.
Yeah, we'll.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
Just on that subject, we do have constraints by some of the hotels or the places we'll be at, so we have to shut down at certain times. The other thing is, I would really like to get more than 3 hours of sleep. So I know some condos can go without sleep for 72 hours, or for, what's the one after 72? Because I can't think. I'm dead. 96. Yes. Thank you. But we do have to be in a small con. We don't have a lot of staff, and we do have to give them breaks to sleep so that we can be recharged and give you a better con experience the next day.
I was supposed to have a break to go to bed.
You didn't, did you?
What's that?
Nobody told me that.
Yeah, well, you didn't even start out as security. You just stepped up and you're like, I want a security shirt.
I only wanted the shirt.
How do I earn it?
That's right.
Coolest shirts ever.
So I have with me one of our people that came to work, which is Frank from AZHP Gaming. And he's got to get out of here, so he wanted to say a few things. And I really want to give a huge thanks to them coming out and being so amazing. I knew that by having them come out and running the gaming lounge, I would never even have to look at the gaming lounge because they do such an amazing job. So I never once even thought about the gaming lounge. In fact, I'm pretty sure I forgot it was there.
So thank you very much. First of all, hopefully everybody had a good time. So just keep in mind, like, it doesn't matter how good of a show that they throw, whether it's first year or 10th year, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter necessarily how good a show they throw if you guys don't get on social media, go home, tell all your friends, forums, social media. If you guys say, hey, look, this was a good con, and then next year bring more people, then it's never going to really consistently grow. So, I mean, obviously this con was run for a very niche group, which is fantastic. And you guys are very lucky to have that. You don't necessarily have to go out of state to have to get your fix anymore. So in this case, promote, it's like also your job to help promote. I've known Danielle for a very long time, and this is something she's wanted to do for a very long time, and she's wanted to do it for you guys. So you guys just keep that in mind, help try to repay the favor. Even if there were issues that you may have had or whatever the case may be, do your best to make positive suggestions and make next year better. Moving along from that, I do kind of have to hurry up because as a gaming room, it takes a lot longer for us to break down than, like, say, a vendor or something, each individual cable and stuff like that. I specifically brought Dance Central 3 because I thought that it would be more convenient for furries because they didn't have to step on DDR pads and get their feet caught, or they didn't have to take off gloves to play controllers. Turns out the Kinect didn't really recognize the furry very well, so but I'll keep that in mind for next year, and we'll figure something else out. But hopefully you guys had a good time. We tried to have a good variance. There were fighters, there were shooters, there was platform, there was music. So we tried to have a bunch of different variant of stuff to keep you guys happy. You see, there's a couple of questions. I do have to make it quick though, just because I got to get back. I don't want to make my crew do all the work. So what's up, man?
Well, one of my friends yesterday, he was looking for strategy games. Is there any possibility we could get that next year as well?
Strategy, as in like RTS?
Yes.
RTS with console is pretty limited because there's not really much. StarCraft isn't out on it. There hasn't been a good Command and Conquer since Red Alert 2.
Amen.
RTSs are a little difficult to do on console, and we don't traditionally do any PCs because 95% of the conventions that we do gaming at don't have internet access and need to ping servers nowadays. 10 years ago would have been fine. I mean, that's something that we're working on. As wireless gets better, we'll move on. So let's try to keep it as quick as possible. Go for it. It depends. Yes, next year the new Smash will be out. I can't stand this year's Smash because the GameCube controllers are $60 brand new because they're rare, they break easily, and it's a pain to set up with LCD monitors. So you need a CRT for a Wii. What's up?
I'm glad that there was great variation between the different selections. However, different variation you have, more selection would like.
So the same
Okay.
genre?
Same genres but more?
Yeah.
Okay, so shooters, all we have is Call of Duty because Halo's been dead for a while, and Gears of War Judgment was horrible. But as for fighters, we have like 25 fighters. You could have asked us. Disc, there's like 3 of them loaded on the hard drives. Either way, any other questions because I gotta go? Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Once again, remember, share on social media. Share on social media how much fun you had. And if you want to keep track of AZHP, everything is /AZHP Gaming. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch.tv, and YouTube /AZHP Gaming. So very simple. Thank you very much. You got smartphones I'll see you when I get home.
Thank you, Frank. We love you.
I love you guys too.
Hey, let's see you in 3 weeks. For whatever, 3 or 4 weeks. It is. Any other questions real quick here? Yes.
So I didn't get to take a good look, but is there any chance of getting karaoke or something like that?
From crowd reaction, yes.
Okay.
Try to do that.
Yes, there is. I'll make sure I write this down. Okay, yes, we will work on that for next year, okay? Yay! Let's see here. I am stalling for the desks, believe it or not. Yes.
Driving from Colorado, the 8 hours to get here, it was worth it. So I just want to say thank you. More fursuit stuff, like games and like Nerf guns and stuff.
Yeah, we can do more fursuit stuff. We can probably add more fur games. I can only write so fast. More, well, maybe. I know the people. You know, they did it at Comic-Con, but I don't know if we can get it that soon. But we have a lot of connections, and yeah. So. Orange stripe shirt.
So, just to comment on the hotel, I understand that you've already outgrown the hotel. However, one of the best things, the best idea of this hotel was that it was a suite hotel with the same.
129.
149 for a suite, and like for the confusion rooms are 128 a night for a king bed. So that right there was a major selling point. So free breakfast. And the free breakfast. So if you do chain hotels, and there's another, extended stay type place in Phoenix and various around here, that would be superb because that was amazing. All that room.
Okay, I got that all written down.
I would like to add to that. I think one of the most amazing things about this con was free parking. Do you know
Free
how
parking.
Free parking.
All right, so make sure that we try to keep those or something.
To get a room.
Yeah, you know what? I hear you.
And doing it out for ladies.
Yeah, I know. That was some crazy stuff. I just went through some other funds. Yes.
Just a suggestion, if at all possible.
Yes, I would like to be looking into those definitely. So.
They're expanding it too.
Okay. Light rail. Because we have one. Yes.
I just have to make a compliment. I'm really excited to see like everybody here because there's like kids and families and there's like older people and everyone's here and everyone's having a good time and I want another pony packet.
To say something on that, that is a big reflection of every one of you guys. Because we had things we did not know were going to be here. We had a wedding party that was staying here. We had a high school reunion. I had some guy, woman from the high school reunion, call up and say, "Can I go take some pictures of those people behind the badge line where they're not supposed to be?" Because she wanted to post on Facebook that that's what her high school reunion was about. So you guys are the ambassadors to all of this, and you guys made a really good impression on everyone here. And just wanted to thank you guys for that.
I got so many compliments from the wedding party and from the reunion people that were just like, wow, this was like the coolest thing. And we didn't know we were walking into this, and we loved you guys. You've all been so sweet and so kind, and like almost all of the attendees have been asking the other people, like, hey, are you having a good time? You know we're kind of weird looking, but squeak. But you guys were all actually really respectful of them, and like we didn't have any problems with anybody trying to go and crash their stuff and be in their way. You guys were just really spot on attendees, and thank you so much. You made my job so easy. What? Yes.
Just really quick, I've been following the con since it started, popped up in the rumor mill, and the rumor mill has been very, very active all the way up to it. So a lot of people were very nervous, like, well, it sounds like it's going to be an anime con, not really a furry con. The rumor mill was really, really active in the lead up to this, and I'm sure there are some people who just decided based on the rumors they weren't going to come. So just from the perspective of somebody who went to the con and enjoyed the con, that's all the more important that everybody who did enjoy the con go out and say, oh, I love the con, I like this, I really like that, because then those people that didn't come this year because they were worried will go next year, and the more reputation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we can go outgrow the next one. Yay! You make my job hard finding a new spot each year. That's okay, I'm already doing this. Yes.
Hearsay is stupid. Just bring videos. That's proof.
Well, that's why we're videoing this. Red Scar.
Everything on YouTube.
Artist alley was almost dead.
Yeah, I noticed.
I did not see anyone there, and I'm not sure, but did you have to pay to go into artist alley?
Yes, you did. It was $20.
Could there be an area possibly where artists like me could possibly make free doodles for everybody else, just like an area of free doodles?
Yes, we will be working on that next year. We had to charge the $20 because we were being charged $20 per table per day. So that was just to cover us there. Orange shirt, sorry, I'm colorblind. Okay, so yeah. Better advertising on that. Huh.
Is there going to be a place where like all the pictures and things are collected where you can go?
Yes, I believe of the pictures that were currently being taken by the photo booth are up on our Facebook already, the links, and then we will be reposting those as well. And then obviously all the video and more pictures from our roaming photographers will be making their way up on those probably within the next few days. Yeah, through Facebook, but they'll also be probably somewhere on our site. I mean, they gotta be somewhere, at least a link to something. So we'll make sure telephone's phone. We will make sure that's up. Sorry. Telephone's distracting me, even though she's not here. Oh, jeez. Other red scarfy thingy. Yeah, and I mean, if that's really going to depend again on where we move to, because if you look at, you know, just our map of the hotel, if we had those artist alley tables in one of these hallways, I mean, the hallways were pretty crammed as it was, so we were just trying to find a place that was safe, and what we were trying to keep in mind was that, well, at least the artists over here aren't going to be tripped on or stepped on, and other people aren't going to trip and step on other people. But in addition, they're over by registration. You know, I don't know. We were trying our best with that one, and we're going to try and put you guys a little bit closer to main stuff if we can next time. So, I'm sorry. We'll work on that though. Okay? Yes, Ribbon.
I'd like to really congratulate you guys. I've done a lot of panels and a lot of workshops, and this has kind of been the first time where I've come in with my laptop and I can set up and go. I can't tell you how many times I've come into conventions and they're like, we don't have a projector, even though we promised you one. So I really want to give kudos to your staff for having excellent equipment and having everything set up. And the tech guy was immediately in, like, what do you need? You know, working with the sound lights and everything like that. So major, major kudos to you guys on that one.
Kyle, where are you?
Yeah.
Here, Kyle. This is Kyle. He ran our tech this year. And does anybody recognize Kyle that's local to Arizona? Kyle was the convention chairman for Anime Kaigi, which was a furry-friendly anime convention last year. They let Arizona FurCon run a furry masquerade. It was the first furry masquerade in Arizona history. And he allowed us to come into his Anime Con last year, and then he came over here to help us run tech. Thank you, Kyle! So again, just showing, you know, it's not just like normal run-of-the-mill volunteers off the street. We got like convention directors volunteering their whole life. So, we love you. Other questions? I'm sorry, Rob, did you say that all of our guests that were going to come are here now? Or not. Back to stalling. Yes. You question? No? Okay. Yeah, cowboy hat.
I know. Going off of Ravens in the room, I noticed that for some of ours, we were using projectors with PowerPoints, and the actual backing for the PowerPoint was just kind of a classroom size projector backing, and it was a little bit small for like Palo Verde 1, which was a pretty decently sized room. So maybe if there's another size up, that could be a little bigger to get a bigger projection.
Was the projector on Zoom?
No, like.
Yeah, the projector was on Zoom, that's why.
Yeah,
the projector was on Zoom.
That's been my thing,
Yeah.
but if I don't understand, like, Kyle, on the radio, fix it.
You know, that one definitely was too small.
Yeah.
We had two large ones, at least like the size up on the stage we had here. Both of them were broken, so we were, you know, kind of scrounging at the last second to get things working. So we definitely will address the projection screens next year.
Thank you. Okay. Still stalling. Oh, you got something.
I know the projector.
Hi guys. All right, a couple of things I can stall with. After this is all done, we will have offering to you guys for free the badge art for everything but staff, security, and guests. So all the other badges, full event, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, you will be able just to take and have pretty for your walls, okay? And then we also have t-shirts left over. So if you're interested in getting one of these awesome red t-shirts that unfortunately are not signed, they are $15. That's 15, and they're still for sale. Not 50. No, 15. We make more money, but then we would have a bunch left over. We don't want to take this with us. Please buy them.
Okay. Rel, are our guests here and ready? All of them? I'm just going to start with some of them, and conveniently, I'm going to start with the one that's been sitting next to me the whole time. Hi, telephone. Hi. Hi. How are you? Hi, guys. What was I supposed to be talking about? I don't know. Oh, crap.
How was your experience, or some of the things that you reflected on?
I think this is now my most favorite convention so far. You guys have been so great to me at this convention. This is my first time being a guest. And I absolutely, I did her do. It's beautiful. But you guys just really bent over backwards for me everywhere I went. Sorry.
What am I missing?
It's a trick. Sorry. Someone changed you. Okay.
Free pose, you have an audience.
I've had the most fun at this convention. You guys have no idea. I have been to more than 15 free conventions this year. I have been to Anticon, FWA. I'm going to be at MFF. I'm going to FC, Rocky Mountain FurCon, IFC. I've been all over the country this year. I still have Fur Fright and everything, but this by far, it is a small con. It is a first year. But everyone that came to my panels and just supported me through this whole convention was just an absolute blast. And I really thank you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a convention. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Let's see, some of the other guests we had with us. We also brought out, we tried to expand and have a bunch of different tracks available. We had Dimitri Davies come out, who is does a lot of screenwriting consultants stuff. And if he would like to come up here and say his final hi guys, I was a guest here this year speech. Hi, Dimitri.
It's good distance? Okay. I've only been to a couple of cons my entire life. I'm really inexperienced with this. This is my first time being a guest, so it was actually a really delightful experience. Out of all the different cons that I've been to, the atmosphere here is fantastic. It felt like a very comfortable, friendly con, kind of like walking into someone's living room, being like, hey, how you doing? And hanging out the entire weekend. I had a lot of fun. And it was nice talking with the people who came to my panels. It was pretty cool.
Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for flying here.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Let's see, any questions from Dimitri at all? Nope. I guess he covered everything in his panels. Okay, cool. So, let's see, what other guests do we have hanging out? I think, do I see Laura Garafudian? I probably pronounced your name right again. I practiced that last name so hard the other day.
I'm so sorry.
No! Hey, she is an awesome artist, and I mean, all of our guests, I can't even tell you how amazing they have been. I mean, just really sweet and awesome and great to work with. So, I know I sound really repetitive when I hand it over to everybody, just be like, you were amazing! And you were amazing, but you were amazing!
And you were amazing too.
Thank you!
Yeah, the whole convention. Yes. You're amazing. The whole convention has been really fantastic. I got to do a couple panels. I did a lot of the dealer's room stuff. Like, got a chance to actually hang out with some people at the bar for a little bit and just like chat with a few random people that I had never met. Found some people who don't get to make it out to AC or FC or whatever because it's a little bit of a ways away from here. And just really enjoyed it. So thank you guys all so much for coming to my panels, and thank you guys for having me. It was an absolute blast, and I would love to be back next year.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. I see some of you guys. The next one I actually want to go and introduce is somebody that also, much like Dimitri, most of you guys did not know until this weekend, I think. And her name is Krista Campbell. And if you weren't at her panels, she was a costuming person that worked with the costumes and dressing people for the traveling Broadway shows such as Disney's The Lion King and Cats. And so she came out to talk about her costuming experience there. And I know that a lot of her panels were pretty full. And I just want to thank you. Hi, Krista.
Hi guys. So I gotta say this is my first FurCon, and it was really, really fun. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I've heard a lot of good things. And I have to say that just walking through the halls and seeing everybody out there, I mean, everybody was just so nice, so friendly. And I mean, it was just like Dimitri said, you were like walking into someone's living room, just like, hey, what's up guys? Or if someone was in the way, just, sorry, excuse me, and they were just like, here you go ahead, you know. It was great. I had a lot of fun with the masquerade. I have to say the competition was amazing. It was so hard to pick winners. I just wanted to be like Oprah, and you get a check, and you get a check, and you get a check, you know.
Look at your seats, you all get a check.
I loved it. You guys were great, and I just have to say, if you didn't win anything, that doesn't mean you should stop. Everybody who came in was fantastic, and everybody has to start somewhere too. Keep going, keep sewing, keep furring, and you know, just keep creating because it's a lot of fun, and you guys have done a great job, and thank you for being so welcoming, and keep it going. keep supporting these guys because they're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, Danny.
Now, the next one I'll bring up. Hi, Maina. Hi. Is Maina, and I don't know, huh? Yeah, and little Maina. Oh man, you've been so amazing, and I want to thank you so much. She's also just an amazing artist. Thank you, 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 thank you for somehow still coming out here. Yeah, even with being, you know, carrying a little Maina.
Thank you. I've had an amazing time out here. Since the first convention that I went to, this is the first one I've gone to where I don't have another one on the horizon. I have no other ones planned coming up, and I'm really happy that this was the last one that I was able to do while taking a long hiatus from the furry convention circuit. But you can really feel walking around at this convention that in just a couple of years, this is going to be one of those ones that everyone wants to be at. The staff has been amazing. You can really tell that they really have it together, and there's so much potential here. And it's very exciting to see it get started. And everybody has been, of course, very nice, which you can't expect much different from a bunch of furries. But thank you guys very much for having me. I've really enjoyed it, and I look forward to returning again when it's become this big monster that everybody goes to. Thank you very much.
And we certainly wish you all the best with your very precious cargo. Next is our very lovely Miss Ruckus for coming out and helping us. And I mean, all the artwork that these guys did too. All of our artists just did such great artwork, and you guys just provided us with some of the most knockout stuff that I have ever seen at other conventions. Thank you. Hi.
Can't wait, you made me get on stage.
I'm sitting next to you.
Hi. I'm going to be the only person here who doesn't use the word awesome except the one time. I am going to say instead that it was really sweet. It was really sweet. Definitely intend on coming back next year. I'm also looking forward to this con really growing. It's a bit of a hike for me, but I think I'll brave the planes again next year. And you all know how much I hate flying, so that says something right there. I had a great time, and I hope you all had a great time, and I will definitely see you all next year. All right?
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming out. My gosh.
Oh. Did you drop it? You want it?
Rice Krispie treats in this convention. This is like the new thing. I don't know. And last but most certainly not least, is our wonderful Fur Planet guests of honor, Kieran and thank you guys for coming out and adding so much to our convention this year.
Hello again. I'd just like to say to the staff, thank you very much for having us out here. We were really surprised and very flattered, and it's really awesome to have a book publisher as a guest of honor, and we really appreciate it. You guys kept us super busy. Like, we probably had as many customers coming up as we do at like a con twice this size. So, you know, especially for a first year con, you guys are off to a heck of a start. And so I guess I'll say it was hella tight. Just varying it up a little bit there. But thank you very much for having us. Thank you all for coming and shopping with us. And I think we'll probably be back next year also. So hope to see you guys again.
You guys are really amazing to bring us out here. This con is going to explode. You guys better be ready for next year. Just to warn the staff here. I've seen this happen before where a con starts up at a place that's got a whole bunch of new people who've never been to cons. Like half the people who came to our table said this was their first con. They were having a great time. Watch out, guys. You guys are big, big. So, congratulations, guys.
So much from the bottom of our hearts. This is really something that we've been wanting to do for so long. About 3 or 4 years ago, this was something that we had thought up and tried to start making like a 5-year step plan for it. The con happened sooner than 5 years, but that's okay. I think we did all right. The 5-year plan initially was, let's start doing more like furry panels at these anime convention-y thingies and try and get Arizona ready for this, because we're going to bring the thunder. So, yeah. All right, let's see, I don't know. Do we have any like guest suggestions for next year? Like,
Who you want?
who you want, or like fursuits you want, or guests you want. Yeah. Red scarf number 1.
Atsu Fox.
Who?
Atsu Fox.
How do you spell that?
ATSU. I'm bad at spelling off the top of my head.
Okay.
But he's awesome and great at dancing.
Okay. I gotta write this, so give me a second. Okay. And is he also a fursuiter, or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, red scarf number 2, your hand was up next.
Wolf Blade. He has a permanency as well as being money.
Okay. I will also be opening the forums too, so you guys can give me like some type of link to find them. Like, you know, if somebody were to say, I want Fur Planet back, and then they like give me a link if I didn't know who they were initially, then I'd be like, oh, now there, I can find them now. The one that's having help holding their hand up.
I was going to mention Launch.
Say that one more time? Launch. Okay. Yes.
We're going with furry dancers. You mean YouTube?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
That's pretty sure he's selling that suit right now.
It's sold.
It's already sold? Yeah.
That one or another one?
No, he sold, man.
Okay.
He edited it a little bit and sold it.
The one that the red scarves are pointing to.
The crowd wants more televote.
Yeah!
Well, that's easy.
Just call her up.
Yeah, telephone's gonna be working anyway, so. Your Rickus. I'm sorry, say that one more time?
Hickory as an artist is pretty amazing. And as a writer, I'm planning on doing a writer on Kyle Gold. Kyle Gold.
Okay. And Maina.
I would suggest Wolfden and Banta. They're both great to work with. They have great track records working for
Very
Seconding both of those.
Go behind the curtain.
And I would like to suggest like Rukus and Maina again. Anybody else second that? I like those guys. I don't know if Maina can, but and also.
I'll be here either way, so.
Yeah, and I also would like to see maybe Laura back out too.
Yeah.
I like all of our guests and yeah, and obviously Fur Planet and stuff. Let's see, this supported hand over here.
Golden Wolf.
Golden Wolf. Oh, you know what? I talked with Golden Wolf. At Comic-Con, yes I did. And she was really sad that she couldn't jump in on this year, so maybe.
Guilt her more.
Guilt her more.
I was going to say for as soon as it goes on being open art.
Yeah. I didn't hear it. I just heard some evil chuckling from the background.
Two.
Oh yeah, him. Of course him. I'm like, oh yeah, him. I know. I'm like, oh, the Rice Krispies.
These will get from Corsi or next to Groot. Parody artists. Selling glue.
Can't write that fast. Slow down. She's trying.
Okay. Cowboy hat.
Tear if she wants to.
Yeah.
Seriously, like,
No,
you have telephone. Why not tear as well?
I already talked to her about that earlier.
Can we just do like tear and goose and telephone dance?
big dance-off between all of you guys, and then the world is gonna come?
Yeah.
Lion? Buddy?
Buddy.
I want to be your
Yay!
Sword Let's see.
There was a rumor.
Other suggestions that you can think of.
What about Fox and More?
What was it again?
Fox and More. He's a classic furry artist. He does music.
Okay. Flux?
Flux is awesome.
Neo Vampire.
I have a very long list. I'm like set for the next 7 years.
You got your back.
Big blue fox.
Big blue fox.
You get big enough, he just shows up.
Orange stripe?
Well, I'm just going to start going into like almost near impossible territory. Start bringing people from other countries. What about like the Goldie Box and Dynamite?
What was the name again?
They're studio killers.
I mean, like repeat the name one more time.
Goldie Box and Dynamite.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not just myself.
Her.
I'm already guest of honor at First Square this year, so I don't need to be guest of honor. I'm actually going to suggest my co-host and Alply Bismuth. He is actually the chair of First Square. He's just amazing performer. Runs it, works his butt off at every con he goes to running his panel. It's just awesome.
Awesome. Great. That